Before we go, we'd like to remember and pay tribute to Briain Farrell, whose death was announced this morning, a former colleague of ours and one of the finest broadcasters and political interviewers this country has ever seen. He was also truly the kindest and most decent of men. Our thoughts are with his family tonight. Fearaill-tribute go raibh a anam.
Early in the morning, at the break of dawning, see the little engines all in a row.
Briain was a total gentleman. He dressed like a gentleman. He had that remnant of a Manchester accent, you know, because he was 11 when he came to this country. He was such good fun. He was the best person at a party. He was the last to finish singing. He was the last to stop playing cards. We never felt he was old because of that wonderful energy. But the most important thing about him was that he was a wonderfully good broadcaster. The best we've ever had. There's absolutely no comparison with Briain.
Taoiseach, how much of a victory is this for you? It's scarcely a resounding victory. It's not an enormous vote of confidence. It's an as you were, isn't it?
Having regard to the forecast made by the political commentators, I think it was a tremendous victory against great odds.
He had both a warmth about his broadcasting and a real sense of the occasion. He did an awful lot of acting in his younger years, and he brought all of those arts to his broadcasting. So there was no better man to have a sense of occasion.
Fáilte chuid specialta cuard starúil Uachtarán Clinton go héan.
Particularly in the big events. There was nobody like Briain to capture that profound sense that power was changing. He managed to convey that sense of real excitement about politics.
Briain, of course, interviewed every Taoiseach. Every Taoiseach since Costello.
Buried a couple of them.
Buried a couple of them, indeed, yes. They come and go, but B. Farrell goes on forever.
On this occasion, I think we've been highlighting something that most of us feel isn't good, and that is our loss in having you leave us as Taoiseach.
Even though people might be rude or waspish with him, Briain was never waspish in return. He was above it all. He always came off in the end as seeming the winner in any sort of confrontation like that. He was never, ever rude.
You don't believe what it says. Now, what about...
I do not believe that he does intend to increase spending. It's what he's done every time he's been in government before, and I believe he'll do it again, and it's precisely why he must not get into government, where the Irish people should not re-elect him.
What about your general reputation? Would you not face up to the fact that people actually don't trust you? In here, 1% were prepared to regard you as trustworthy. Now, by any standards, by any remote standards, that's extraordinary.
He wasn't just wonderful in himself. He laid a path for all the rest of us to follow. He had a sense and a nose for trouble. He knew where not to tread, and he would manage to help you maybe formulate a question in such a way that you asked what you wanted to ask, but you didn't drop any clangers. He saved an awful lot of us from a fate worse than death, more than once.
From all of us in the studio, a very good night.
Let there